Refilwe, what you're saying is not rocket science. We've had these conversations over and over again. I mean, and we're talking about the impact on business, but the sad state of the buildings in the city and the housing crisis has actually cost lives. We talk about the fires that have happened over the last few years.
Yo, you don't talk about that.
Just this morning, I saw an old quote from one of the stories last year where one of the DA-MPL said, how many more lives should be lost before the abandoned buildings crisis in Joburg is resolved? It turns out it wasn't the lives, it's the G20 meetings that are coming up that's now going to get
God
people
for
moving.
The G20.
Why has it taken so long for this kind of attention now, or this kind of fire, to be put under the behinds of those who run the province and the city? What is missing? Why are these things not being actioned?
We like posturing. You remember at home there are those dishes that you only use when visitors come?
Yeah. Behind the glass cupboard.
Yes, it's a similar instance. So I'll tell you something. It's not only in Johannesburg. Do you know in El Dorado Park, if you do an audit of the flats that are there, the state of decay of the flats, yes, it's important that residents should take responsibility that some pipes are stolen by young people and stuff, but think about people in El Dorado Park that live, they've been living like this in Squala for a very long time, whereby if you live in a flat, upstairs there's a sewage pipe that's not working, or when it's discharged, it goes into the underground and you have to live with that. And you're an entrepreneur, you work from home. You have to live with that health hazard. It's not exposed, it's not spoken about. And then they tell you about a promise of a town that's coming called Southern Farms. And we are saying as entrepreneurs, we would like, as you rejuvenate, revive this thing, we are proposing strongly, and we've made a submission to Treasury, something called aggregated tenders and RFQs. What do we mean by aggregated tenders? As you rejuvenate the city, this is what we're looking at. There's a company called VP. They do training in terms of working with the CETAs. So somebody can say, but Refilwe, where's the money going to come from? We'll tell you. The CETAs, the construction CETA and mayor CETA, they got money for that. So you take them, VEP, you take an associates, they do training, they are accredited, and then you take the Southwest Gauteng colleges, and you take, they recruit and train young people in terms of artisanal skills, building, plumbing, electricity and stuff. And then once that is done, you take those kids and plug them in to be the ones that work and refurbish the hostels, the flats in El Dorado Park, the flats in Marlborough, in Alexander. So
it becomes an ecosystem.
It's inclusive.